Hi friends, I'm DSK from Multitude Solutions and I'm here to introduce and explain you all about our new enterprise e-learning platform Live at Class. Live at Class houses both LMS, that's Learning Management System, and a virtual classroom. But before I proceed, let me inform you about 2 to 3 things which are quite significant from client's perspective. At first, Live at Class is a completely white label solution, which means it can be customized as per the client's needs and requirements. Secondly, we provide API plugins as per the demands of the clients. And finally, we can even map Live at Class with the client's website. In a way, it's a gesture to help our clients boost their brands through these facilitations. And now moving on to the page, here on the left top side, you see the logo, which currently is of Live at Class, which can be customized as per the client's academy or institute, whatever, and the name could be changed as per it. Further moving down, we come down, this is the banner image. Now this again can be altered as per the client's choice. It could be the image of the infrastructure of his academy or institute, whatever. Then we have the left side text, which could bear like it's about Live at Class. It could have any other, whatever the client feels, any text of his choice. If he wants to mention anything about his institute or academy, can be mentioned here, other than about, obviously. On the right hand side, we have the unique features over here. This again could be customized as per the client's choice. And moving down at the most bottom, we have this footer which has the CMS pages. Now CMS pages are basically to enhance our visibility in the search engine. So at the moment we have a capacity of around 5 pages which can be attached to basically enhance our visibility in a search engine. So that's all about the landing page. So friends, before proceeding further, at Live at Class we have 3 logins in a similar manner as the hierarchical structure followed in the education system, with principal or the admin being at the helm of affairs, followed by the teachers and students being the least. So the controls available for admin are the maximum. There you see the dashboard of the admin, and on the right hand side you can see the data available for the admin, all the data required to run a institute or a school or a university. It also contains confidential information like teacher ranking and stuff like that. So everything pertaining to an admin basically, and that's the dashboard. You see the features. Secondly, we come to the teacher login with a bit of less features compared to admin. There you see. Moving on the right hand side, we see the data available to the teacher is basically pertaining to what a teacher would need in a school. And finally, we have the student login. There you see, with least controls, as in a school it would be, and the data available to them is just the study material basically. So following the hierarchical structure of the education system, the similar is at Live at Class, with admin having the maximum controls. So we would be discussing the admin login because it also covers the teacher login as well as the student login. So need not to go to the other logins. It would be covered in the admin login. So moving ahead. Hi friends. So coming back to accounts and settings, this is logo settings. Basically from here we can change the logo and favicon for the entire LMS website and classrooms and virtual classroom. This is the interface language, from where we can select the desired interface language, although at the moment English is the default language, but with work under progress soon it should be a multilingual platform. Thirdly, we have this notifications over here. From here we can create and configure custom notification for the institution. It could be in context to with reference to users, courses, or virtual classrooms. From here, the admin can make a bulk broadcast of the notifications. Also, the admin can enable or disable the notifications. Login page settings. So basically, here the admin can edit the parameters of the landing page, whether it be banner image, copyright, title, right column text, etc. Then further moving down, we have the domain mapping. So from here, the client can change the subdomain name or map it to his or her own domain. So that's about accounts and settings. So friends, moving ahead from domain mapping, we have create manage groups, create manage users, which we would be talking about a bit late. Further, we have look and feel and role management, which are yet to come. So we'll keep you informed once they are there. CMS pages. Basically, static pages are to enhance one's visibility on the search engine. So the static pages can be created or edited over here, and we have a capacity of 5 static pages at the moment. Currently, events about us is in an active mode and which is visible on the live at class landing page. Further, we have storage management. From here, the admin can monitor the usage of a particular individual teacher, and also the admin can modify or allocate a storage space to an individual teacher from here. So that's all about accounts and settings. Thank you. So now moving ahead to libraries. File and Media Library. File and Media Library is basically a repository where one can save files. Files can be in the format of could be in a form of documents, multimedia content, and images. One can also save the links for embedded contents like YouTube and Vimeo. It's collaborative in nature basically. A teacher or admin, whoever creates a file, can give a read, write, and delete access to other teachers, and is basically useful in preparation of self-paced courses and virtual classrooms. So that's File and Media Library. Coming down to Question Bank Library and Certificate Library, they are yet to come. We would keep you informed once they are there. So that's about library. Thank you. So friends, moving ahead from domain mapping, now we'll discuss user management and group management as mentioned earlier. So in user management, admin can add a new user and assign a role to that particular user, whether he or she be teacher or student. The admin can activate or deactivate a user, can view and edit the user's information as to which group the user belongs to, the courses assigned to that user, live classes attended by that particular user, and finally the personal information of that user. So this all can be done through create manage users. Moving ahead to group management, it's quite similar to user management. Here the admin can add a group and assign resources to that particular group, add a new user to the group, view and edit the information of a group as to how many users are there in that group, for what course the group is formed, live classes attended by that particular group, and finally the group details like the group topic name, group topic description. So this all can be done through the group management. So basically these two are very prominent features of any academy or institute, as they cater to the admission process of that particular academy or institute. So that's all about accounts and settings on the admin panel. So friends, moving ahead to courses. This is course management, create new courses. Here the admin can basically create a new course, assign a teacher for that particular course, give the course details like course title, course subtitle, affix an image for that particular course. So that all can be done from here. Moving further to manage courses, here the admin can basically manage a list of all courses. Along with it, the admin can basically edit course, edit new course material, clone a course, etc. Now we open a course and see how it appears actually. When we open a course, these are the course details. This is the curriculum page where the admin can basically add a new chapter and simultaneously add a unit for that particular chapter. The course could be in a form of multimedia video player. It could be also in a format of a PDF file, as it is here. It can also be in a form of an embedded content, that's a direct online streaming video. Further, we see live classes. This is where the admin can basically tag a live class for a particular course. So that's courses from the admin's perspective. If we just see it from the student's perspective, it appears to be the same, more or less the same. Course details, curriculum, live classes attached for a particular course. And here on the right top column, you can see the status of the completion of a particular course. The major difference between the two is that the admin and teachers can edit or delete a course, and this option is not available for the students. So that being the major difference. So that's all about courses. Moving ahead. So now moving ahead to virtual classroom, schedule new classes. From here, basically the admin or the teachers can schedule a new class, assign teacher, add participants, add groups, define a schedule for the class. It could be a one-time class or it could be a recurring class. Now this is a very unique feature, whereby to reduce the efforts and time of the teacher, the recurring classes can be scheduled at once instead of separately being scheduled. And further down, could give a class description and configure online entry parameters for the live class. Moving ahead to manage live classes. Once the class is scheduled, it would reflect here. Now this is basically a list of classes that have been scheduled in the past or are scheduled currently or are the upcoming classes. So this is a list of all of them, and they could be modified over here. So that's about virtual classroom. Thank you. So friends, we are finally at the soul of this platform, which is the virtual classroom. I say that so as it has some really amazing features. The virtual classroom consists of a whiteboard area and video conferencing area. The whiteboard consists of drawing, writing, selection and transformation tools. One can create multiple whiteboards, and the whiteboards are collaborative in nature, means the whiteboard can be used both by the teacher and students at the same time, irrespective of their geographical locations. The second resource is the content, where document files can be uploaded to the whiteboard and annotated in the class. Next comes the media content. In order to make the class more interactive, Live at Class provides a synchronized media player, where the presenter can either play saved videos from the file library or play embedded videos from YouTube or Vimeo. The next resource is the code editor, which is particularly useful for trainers who want to teach coding. The group of whiteboards tabs together is known as the workspace. The workspace can be saved for future use using the export template feature. This saves significant time and effort for the preparation of a class. The written contents of the whiteboard can be saved as a PDF, which is useful for classroom notes. Live at Class provides a breakout room facility, which is particularly useful especially when the teacher wants to divide a large number of students into different groups and assign them group activities. The entire class can be recorded for future reference. Coming to the conferencing area, Live at Class provides moderator controls wherein the presenter or teacher can mute or unmute the participants' video or audio feed as well as render writing access to the participants. Unlike other conferencing tools, Live at Class Virtual Classroom is designed purely for the classroom experience. For any suggestions or queries, please reach out to 88150 236 00. I repeat, 88150 236 00. Thank you.